Hey guys, and welcome to the Celebrity Expert, your number one source for all things TV shows and celebrities. And in today's video, we're gonna look at Jimmy Fallon's most cringe moments. Before we begin with this video, here's a quick and easy question for you all. Can you all tell us how old Jimmy Fallon is? If you know the right answer, let us know in the comment section down below, or stick to the end of the video, which is when I'm going to reveal the answer to this question. It appears that this popular late night show host is far from perfect. Now, welcome to the Celebrity Expert, and today we're counting down our picks for instances where the Tonight Show host Jimmy Fallon got caught in the crossfire of his outspoken guests. Our countdown of the times guests called out Jimmy Fallon includes Ricky, Dakota, Donald Trump, and more. Number 1. Ricky. Whether you're meeting an old friend for lunch or welcoming them to your talk show, there are some things you just habitually say to sound polite. You look great is one example. Hearing Fallon compliment his appearance, Ricky assumes that the host is being sarcastic. Ricky goes on to rant about how he looks even worse than he did the last time he was on the show. Painting a graphic picture, Ricky says that he's heavy about the belt but lacking below the waist. The comedian cannot fathom the idea of Fallon honestly thinking that he looks great. Even when Ricky is making fun of himself, he manages to rope someone else into the self-deprecation.
You see, this is the thing with you, it's a talk show. Oh, you look great. Even though, look at me. Of course I don't look great. Look, I'm worse than last time. Last time we talked about getting old and losing my hair.
Number 2. RuPaul. RuPaul is a drag queen, but that description hardly does him justice. Fallon learned this the hard way when the drag race host dropped by his desk. The conversation gets off on a light-hearted note, with Fallon sharing the latest issue of the Vanity Fair, noting that RuPaul was the first drag queen to make the cover. Suddenly, a straight-faced Fallon goes white as a ghost when RuPaul interjects over this label. RuPaul corrects Fallon, saying that he's the queen of drag. The interview is all laughs from there, but the clip of RuPaul messing with Fallon went viral, owning in on the host's stunned expression. Fallon even brought the moment up on a subsequent show, saying that he thought he had been cancelled.
This is the first time a drag queen has ever been put on the cover
of... A drag queen? A drag queen? I am the queen of drag.
I apologize. I really thought it was over. That was it. I go.
Now you're canceled.
That's it. I'm canceled. Yeah, I started my own hashtag Jimmy Fallon is over party.
Yeah.
I was like, I had a good run. You know, I had 10 years in the business.
Number 3. Shawn Mendes. For a segment called Hashtag Fall Songs, Fallon enlisted musical guest Shawn Mendes. Hashtag Fail Songs might have been a more accurate title, however. Singing a parody of Simon and Garfunkel's The Sound of Silence, Mendes' timing is not quite in sync with the band. Mendes playfully pins the blame on Fallon, insisting that his cue was off. As Fallon attempts to make sense of the mix-up, Mendes suggests that the host simply had a senior moment. While the next few songs go smoothly, Mendes continues to bring up how much younger he is than Fallon, at one point comparing the host to his grandfather. Fallon ultimately takes the teasing in stride, but things get personal during another appearance when Mendes implies that Justin Timberlake likes him better.
It's time for pumpkin spice again. Jimmy, your timing's all right. I was completely... This was all on you.
I was hearing when I was there, actually, I got off stage, and like, he doesn't really do that with many people. Like, it's really rare that he brings people on stage, so he must really like me.
Christie. Fallon is far from the first comedian to take a shot at politician Christie's weight. Yet, only a select few have made a body image joke straight to the former governor's face. As Christie reflects about getting ice cream with Mitt Romney and Marco Rubio, Fallon interjects to say how excited he must have been to indulge his sweet tooth. Christie does not hesitate to bid the audience farewell and walk off mid-interview. Fallon then convinces Christie to come back, but the host is not getting off with a slap on the wrist. Christie says that if he ever steps away from politics, Fallon will have to bring some new writers on board to come up with the fresher material, as opposed to the garbage jokes about him.
First of all, you weren't like, all right. You were like, yeah! Good night, everybody.
If I ever leave public life, You're gonna have to hire 2 writers just to replace the garbage you say about me. This is unbelievable.
Number 5. Dakota Johnson. What do Fallon and Ellen have in common? Well, a few things that we don't have time to unpack, but both can identify with feeling the wrath of Dakota's sharp tongue. Apparently, Johnson has been sprayed by a skunk more times than she's played Anastasia Steele. Johnson attempts to recount her dog's skunk encounter, but Fallon keeps interrupting with questions. He's especially focused on the incident's location, even though Johnson repeatedly says "Big Sir." Johnson finally reminds Jimmy Fallon that the idea of a talk show is to let the guest talk as well. Fallon is caught off guard, much like someone who spots a skunk in the woods. Johnson really needs to host her own talk show.
It happens all the time.
Dakota, what are you talking about? How does this happen? I've never been sprayed
I don't know.
by a
I've
skunk.
asked myself that every time it happens.
Where are we? Where are we and what staff?
We're in Big Sur.
Oh, wait, but are you in a cabin somewhere?
Yes, it's a sort of lodge in Big Sur. Aren't you supposed to let people talk on the show?
Number 6. John Oliver. Fallon and John Oliver are both late-night show hosts, but their styles could not be more different. One generally avoids difficult subjects, while the other pulls no punches. This was reflected during a game of Hey Robot, where Oliver brought up the working conditions that Amazon employees face. As Oliver calls out Amazon, Fallon gets stuck in the middle while attempting to keep Alexa in her bottle. It's not the only time that Oliver put Fallon in a sticky situation. In another appearance, Fallon complimented the title of Oliver's Last Week Tonight. Oliver found it funny that Fallon singled out the title, as there was nothing of greater value. Fallon proceeded to praise the show itself, but Oliver could not resist backing him into an awkward corner.
Alexa, how bad are Amazon working conditions?
Alexa, stop. Sure. Alexa, stop. Here we go. All right,
no,
I have to.
Alexa. No, Alexa. Alexa, what is union
No, Alexa,
busting?
this is me time now. Alexa, stop.
Number 7. Nicole Kidman. Nicole and Tom. Nicole and Keith, Nicole and Jimmy. The latter never materialized, but in an alternate universe, Fallon could have been Mr. Kidman. In a 2015 appearance, Kidman and Fallon had slightly different accounts of their last encounter, although both agreed it was cringe. Through a mutual friend, Kidman visited Fallon's apartment years earlier. Fallon seemingly thought it was a casual meeting. Kidman revealed on the show that she had a thing for Fallon, thinking that it was a date. So you can imagine Kidman's disappointment when the underdressed Fallon spent most of the night playing video games rather than talking to her. It wasn't until Kidman called him out that Fallon realized that he blew his shot. Both are married now anyway.
You're gonna bring Nicole Kidman over to my apartment? I'm like, okay, I don't know, what do I do? What do I have something, what do I do? He goes, I don't know, just get some cheese and crackers or something.
This is so bad! It was bad.
Number 8. Donald Trump. Of all the late-night talk show hosts, Fallon was arguably the most lenient toward Trump during his first presidential campaign. That might be why Trump let him get up close and personal in September 2016. The interview culminated in the infamous hair tussle, which many saw as a way of normalizing Trump's behavior. While Fallon says that wasn't his intent, his ratings took a dive regardless. Fallon expressed regret in 2018, prompting the then president to fire back on the social media platform then known as Twitter. Trump claimed that his presence resulted in monster ratings, telling Jimmy to be a man, no longer tiptoeing around Trump. Fallon responded,
We're doing well. It's been really a lot of fun, and it's an amazing movement all over the country. It's been incredible. So, no, it's been an honor for me.
Crazy. The president went after me on Twitter. It's pretty much the only thing I have in common with NFL players. I mean, that's the only thing.
Number 9. Blake Shelton. Having seen a segment where Fallon pokes fun at his album cover, Blake Shelton wastes no time calling out the elephant in the room. As Fallon continues to ponder about the cover's deeper meaning, Shelton attempts to contain his thoughts with an uncomfortable smile.
Talking about.
Making fun of my damn album cover.
I'm not making fun of it.
Try to help me sell records for once.
Last but not least, Martin Short and Steve Martin. Whenever the Martins are on the Tonight Show, they never miss an opportunity to roast the host. However, one particular moment stands out 4 years after it initially aired. Shawn said that one of the late night personalities Fallon pretends to care the most. Shawn proceeds to praise Fallon's phoniness before Martin takes a few more jabs at his clean image.
But this is the greatest show on television because there is no host in late night that pretends to care the way you do.
Thank you.
You prove that tall, handsome white men can make it in show business.
Alright guys, so the answer to the question I asked you at the beginning of the video is 49 years old. Yes, Jimmy Fallon is 49 years old. If you got this answer right, then you're probably a fan of Jimmy Fallon. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you all really enjoyed this one. If you did, do like, share and comment on this video. And do not forget to subscribe to the Celebrity Expert, and we'll see you around next time with another brand new video. Till then, keep watching the Celebrity Expert. Bye guys.